Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing a tier list of the whole entire Wimpy Kid franchise. And this includes the book series, movies, and the extra books, such as Awesome Friendly Kid and the Movie Diary. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with the book series. The original. Now don't get me wrong, I love the original. It just kind of feels all over the place. The story is amazing, but the randomness just makes it go down like one tier. So I'm going to put it at an A. Next up, we got Roderick Rules. I don't think there was ever a time where I didn't like this book. I mean, it's a story about my favorite character, and altogether it's just so detailed. So I'm going to put it at an S. The Last Straw. I do like the summer-ish vibe that this book brings, but Dog Days makes it seem like nothing. And I think the dad being a main character was actually a really cool touch. But I think at the end, it's not too good, but it's also not bad, so I think I might just put it at a B. Dog Days. If you've watched my other Wimpy Kid videos, you obviously know where this one's going to get put. I love the summer feeling that this book brings. It makes me smile every single time I read it. Since Dog Days is my favorite Wimpy Kid book, it's obviously going to have to go at an S. The Ugly Truth. Okay, I definitely have some mixed feelings about this. I think the book is pretty good, but the storyline just really doesn't make that much sense. I think the theme is supposed to revolve around Greg getting older, but that doesn't really make that much sense since he's in middle school for the rest of the series. And if Greg did get older in the series, then I'd actually really like this book. But overall, I'm going to give it a B. Next up, we got Cabin Fever. I've said it many times, and I'll say it again, this book is just so good. I like the whole Snowden theme, and the dad not being there was something new. And with the theme and the jokes, it just makes it a really good book to read. So I'm going to give it an S. Alright, so I said this in the last Wimpy Kid tier list video, but this is where I'm going to start to get a lot more picky. Next is The Third Wheel. I'm honestly still so confused about this book. Like, why is Greg even trying to get a girlfriend? In the books before and after this, Greg says he doesn't understand girls, so why does this one book stick out where he just tries to get a girlfriend? Maybe Jeff Kinney was just trying to make a different kind of book, but in my opinion, it's not really that interesting. But on the other hand, I do like reading it sometimes. So overall, I think I might have to give it a C. Next up, we got Hard Luck. Honestly, I don't know why I was so harsh on this book before. It's not even that bad. I mean, sure, it could be better, but I don't see any major criticisms about it. And if we're being completely honest, I think it deserves an A. The Long Haul. Now, for all you long haul fans out there that are like, Getaway sucks, Deep End sucks, I'm about to make you kind of mad. In my opinion, I think Getaway's way better. And it's not necessarily because the long haul book is bad, but the movie has just really ruined it for me. I mean, sure, if you really want to read something different, I guess Long Haul is a good idea. And with all these things adding up, I think it makes it a little worse than I thought it was, but I'll still be at a B. So apparently not many people like this next book, but it's old school. I honestly do not know what people have against this book. I mean, it's a new idea, there's so many characters, and it's just so much fun to read. And I honestly don't care what people think, this is going at an S. Double Down. Now, if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know that I despise this book. I mean, no offense, Jeff Kinney, but this book is not good. With just the random ideas, it makes my head lose a freaking screw. The entire time I'm reading it, my head just keeps twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling. I don't even know what's happening. So, sorry Jeff Kinney, but this is definitely going at a D. Next up is The Getaway. Like I said before, people who love The Long Haul think that Getaway is just trash. I mean, sure, The Long Haul is good, but I think Getaway is a lot better. In my opinion, I think the tropical island theme is better than the whole road trip thing. Even though all you guys are like,
it's a copy, it's not better than The Long Haul.
Well, I think it's a lot better. I think it's going at an A. The Meltdown. After rereading this many times, it's kind of just like okay now. Whenever I start it, I don't feel like finishing it. It's not as good as I thought it was. Even though the whole snowball fight at the end was like semi-entertaining, I think it like barely deserves a C. Next on the list is Wrecking Ball. I guess this book is a little bit better than The Meltdown, but it just feels kind of meh too. The whole new house and focusing on the family had a lot of potential, but it was okay. I know it's kind of unrealistic, but I guess it deserves a B. Next up is Deep End. Okay, now you guys can flood the comments with,
it shouldn't be higher than The Long Haul or The Getaway, it's such a copy.
You know what, I tried giving this book a chance, but it's just not that good. And the whole Wimpy Kid fan base is right, it's such a copy! I even gave it a higher ranking last time I ranked these books, but still, I think it's actually pretty bad. It probably deserves a D. Big Shot. I'm gonna say the same thing I said for Old School, why does anybody hate this book? I mean, I think it has a really good theme with the whole sports thing. So this may get controversial, but this is going at an S. Diaper Overload. So I'm going to be completely honest with you, Jeff Kinney's past couple books have actually been pretty good. I like how this book is mainly focused on Roderick, but the only thing I didn't like is how Greg gets kind of pushed aside. So I think altogether it deserves an A. Now we're going to rank the extra books. Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid. Honestly, I don't think this book is that bad. Like, hear me out. I like how we get to see Rowley's perspective of, like, the Wimpy Kid universe. But then again, it does kind of feel like Jeff Kinney was just, like, out of ideas because it is kind of a copy of the first book. Because I have kind of mixed feelings about this, I think it has to go at a B. Awesome Friendly Adventure. Okay, I know this book has, like, a 95% rating, but I just don't like it. I just feel like the jokes are kind of repetitive, and I just don't like the story itself. So I think that in the end, because I don't really like it, I think I'm gonna have to put it at a D. Awesome Friendly Spooky Stories. Alright, so don't get me wrong, I think this book's pretty decent. I just think that some of the stories are kind of lame and all the jokes are kind of boring. But I do like how different this book is from all the other ones. So I think at the end I might just have to put it at a B. Next is Diary of Greg Heffley's Best Friend. This book honestly doesn't even need to exist. I get it was like a short story for World Book Day, but it just wasn't really that cool. This is because this book is about 90 pages of Awesome Friendly Kid. It's literally the exact same thing, it's so dumb. But since I do kind of like Awesome Friendly Kid, I guess I'll put it at a C. The Movie Diary. I actually think this book is really good. It shows you how the original Wimpy Kid movie was made, same with Roderick Rules and Dog Days. And I actually think it's a really cool idea. But for some reason, I don't think it deserves an S, so I'm just going to put it at an A. The Long Haul Movie Diary. Why would you make a book about the worst movie in all of existence? This is going at a D. And this is at the very bottom of D, so let's just put it all the way over there. Alright, so now we're going to go into the movies. The original. I'm going to be completely honest, I actually really like this movie. I don't think there's anything wrong about it. If you remake the original, you automatically think it's going to be bad, but no, it's like perfect. I mean, even though there are a few flaws, I think it has to go at an A. Roderick Rules. Since this one is my favorite Wimpy Kid movie, it's going to have to go at an S. Dog Days. I honestly don't know why people hate Dog Days so much. Like, it's a really good book and movie. So this one's also going to have to go at an S. The Long Haul. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I love this movie.
Psych! This movie was so freaking pointless to make. Like, I get you want to make more movies, but don't make Greg look like a freaking baby. This doesn't even deserve to be on the list. You know, I'm just going to put it right beside it.
Sorry for that little rage moment. The Animated OG. Even though I don't really like this movie, it's 1,000 times better than The Long Haul. But then on the other hand, it's not terrible. So ultimately, I might have to go to C. Next is the Roderick Rules animation. I already know I'm going to get some hate by saying this. But I actually did think this movie was pretty good. Though it's definitely not nearly as good as any of the good live-action movies. Which does not include The Long Haul, by the way. I honestly think it barely makes an A. I like the soundtrack, and altogether it's just a good movie. Do you guys agree with where I put these on the tier list? If you do, make sure to let me know down in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button if you would like to see any more Wimpy Kid videos. And make sure to subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss any uploads. See you guys next time. Bye!